lunch and learn. Where's your ID, right? So how uncomfortable would that situation be if I hadn't actually yet legally changed my identification? All of a sudden, I'm going to feel outed. Every moment that comes by, I have to be outed, produces the opportunity for me to be put at risk for social isolation, risk of facing harassment from my coworkers, risk of where I go to the bathroom, risk in the workplace. I mean, we're talking about a lot of risk all of a sudden pop up. This is why the 42% suicide rate exists in the transgender community. Something as simple as a name tag complexes things to where you're perplexed to even live in that society. So if I have to show my driver's license, that's a very stressful environment. Now, I understand the procedures and protocols behind that working in PNC. I get it, right? We need to know the person. We have to know our customer, right? KYC, right? You guys live in that world, so you understand that, right? But where's that median, right? So think about our intake forms, right? So if we have somebody check in and we have a spot on the intake form that says preferred name. So before we're printing out their badge, it may be Sally, but maybe it should say John on the badge, right? So John can feel comfortable because that's who John identifies with, right? So think about that. Think about the things that you can change in your environment. And what that importance level is. All the documents that exist, right? So what did you do to get hired, right? Did you have to show a college degree? Did you have to show prior work history? Where else did you work at? You had a work record somewhere else. Maybe you, since you work in finance, maybe you have a mortgage license. Maybe you have Series 7, Series 66, right? And you have to change all that documents, right? So think about all the things that come with that, right? But you always have your lived experiences, right? So someone who transitions has a great perspective on society and a great perspective on what's happening in the world because they've lived in both genders. So these are people that you should be reaching out to. These are people you should be recruiting to be in your environment because they have a great amount of perspective. The importance, right? That's that identification Bible, in essence. Somebody's told to bring out their ID, right? What does that do, right? And when somebody can change that ID, it's inspiring. Workplace discrimination